Well, good afternoon. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get my camera to focus in this close of a proximity, but I want you to take a look at this D string and this G string right here. Alright, now this set of strings has been on this instrument for quite some time, and the gentleman that owns this guitar plays a lot. A lot. He does a lot of gigs. He makes a living playing guitar and teaching guitar. And but these are Elixir strings, and they give you a long life, right? But they're metal. And what happens when you push a piece of metal down against another piece of metal? One of them bends, correctly? Am I correct in that assumption? I know I am, because over the top of every single fret, and it's in particular the 5th fret, 4th fret, 3rd fret, and I'm touching the G string here. We'll get a real good close-up of that. You can see where the bottom of that string has been worn out, and the top of it actually has a little dent, meaning it's sticking up above the rest of the string. And what happens when that occurs on your instrument is that the intonation of your guitar is no longer accurate. It definitely changes the intonation. Your guitar it impossibly cannot stay in tune. It's impossible for it to stay in tune. So, I personally don't use Elixir strings simply because I like having fresh strings on my guitar, and the knowledge that these strings will last for 3 or 4 months. I never leave a set of strings on my guitar, any of my guitars, that long, because I wear them all out. And typically because they get dents in them, not because I've sweated on them or any other reason. I dent them from playing them so much. So this little idea that I'm going to plant a seed in your mind about is buying a long life string that, while they do last a while, maybe they don't break, and they look nice for longer maybe than a regular old set of Ernie Ball, rock and blues, or pick a Earthwood strings, or pick a brand. I don't care. I'm not particular about a particular. I'm not picky about a particular set of or brand of string, but this does occur. It doesn't matter what brand of string you have, and it does cause issues with the tonality and the tuning of your instrument. It's impossible because of that dent in the string, and the fact that it takes that much longer for the string to make contact with the fret. You're pushing the string, you're bending it further, bending it down to hit the fret and make contact with it. Your guitar is no longer intonated correctly. If that string is perfectly round throughout its entire length, there is no perfectly intonated guitar without having offset frets. You just have to do that. So I would be cautious about using extended life or coated strings, although I'm putting a new set of Elixirs on this. He plays 13 gauge strings, which are kind of heavy in my book, and they're called heavy strings. I'm a little guy. I don't like to work that hard to play a guitar. But he loves them. He loves the life that he gets out of these strings. And, he said that he's not noticing any type of intonation issues or tuning issues. But what I can see and what I know about physics, which are undeniable, the facts about physics are pretty much undeniable. If you have to push something further, a string further, it's sharper by the time it creates a note. But there you go. There's my 2 cents on that. The other bit of work this is a Cole Clark custom built guitar. It's beautiful, man. The thing sounds great. It's set up really well. But we're going to go over this, the fingerboard, and remove what appears to be linseed oil that has been used on this instrument I scraped a little bit off here a few months back with a razor blade. We're going to get rid of all that and then treat the neck with linseed oil. When you use linseed oil, yes, it will leave a sheen on the instrument, but You got to make sure to get all of it off, or it leaves a coating over the wood that isn't terribly healthy, and it creates a shine like that versus here where it's been worn off the fingerboard. So you just want to be careful about leaving any excess lens. You don't want to leave a big thick wet coat on there. Wipe it off till it appears to be dry, and you're good. There you go.